Is life good this morning? I don't think Tiana likes you being there when she's eating, honey. She's not real happy about you being there. Good morning, beautiful people. It's Jessie with Lost Marbles Farm, and I just want to give you guys a quick update on what's been going on around the farm for the last week or so. So this is just going to be a little compilation of kind of the things that we've had going on. I'm fixing to show you our new baby chicks that I picked up when I had a moment of weakness going through Rural King. I don't know if you guys have a Rural King where y'all are, but it's a really awesome store that has farm supplies, anywhere from clothes to gardening to feed to equipment. It's just huge. It's a really big store, and they usually have the best price of things that you can get, any farm stuff that you can get. So but anyway, they are known for their massive amounts of chicks, ducks, geese, guineas, and just so much of a variety, and I just could not help myself. Anyway, what I'm really excited about is our builders are supposed to come out next week and start on our addition. So yay! The sooner we get that built, the sooner we can get rid of old Tina, that camper back there that is pretty much a glorified storage unit, and a super duper hideous eyesore, but it is what it is. It's temporary, thank goodness. Count my blessings, try not to sweat the small stuff. All right, let me show you our chicks. All right, let me just go ahead and start off before I show you the chicks. This is a little tiny chicken tractor, A-frame chicken tractor that my uncle built many years ago, and he kept guineas in it, and he got out of the guineas and didn't have any use for it, so he gave it to us. It is literally on its last leg. Only one of the wheels works. This one got bound up. We really need to replace it. But honestly, I don't know if I want to soup this up or just start all over, because it is quite old and, you know, starting to show some rot and stuff. But it still serves a purpose. It's kind of like our in-between stage for putting like I call them teenage chicks. And that's, they're not quite teenage chicks yet, but I like this because you could put older chicks in there because it has nest boxes. Get the eggs, and then you can feed them from the outside like this. If anybody wants any ideas for building something that it works. And it's got your handles to pull to move it, some holes for aeration. This is also serves the purpose of looking in there to see if there's any wasps building nests in there, which they do every year. So you can peek in and see if they're building and then spray them through that hole. I can't stand wasps, y'all. They just live to terrorize me. So that's like a little feeder that he has screwed on to the side there, and you just dump the feed in. And they need their food this morning. So because the ground still gets wet and they don't have all of their feathers yet, I put this, and I know it's ugly, y'all, but guess what? It's functional, and that's all that matters. I've got the lid of a Tupperware bin, and I've got that under my box just so that it keeps the dew and any rain that might seep in and keep their box dry. The box was full of wood chips. Looks like they've started them around quite a bit, but just to give them like a little warm spot to snuggle in at night, and a heat lamp. This will come out when they get quite a bit more feathers. I won't need that. They'll probably start roosting pretty quick. In the past, I have rigged up a small pole across here to let them roost on it. Some of them, like I said, are already starting. They'll get on the side of this box, but before long they'll be walking up the steps and getting on that little pole up here. It really and truly, it's amazing how fast they grow. Anyhow, so we did not need any more chicks, but like I said, I had a moment of weakness at Rural King and could not help myself. The two bigger checkered ones are cannot remember the name. I know it's a Moran. It's a type of Moran. And then there's two black ones that are another type of Moran. All the Morans are known for their dark chocolate colored eggs. Not the inside of the egg. The outside of the egg shell. And honestly, I just like the different colored eggs. It makes me happy to go out there and check eggs, and there's all different colors. There's turquoise, there's light blue, there's light green, there's medium brown and dark brown. So that's truly why I got them, just for the pretty eggs. And then there's one specialty chicken. I think it's that one by the water. It is a Mystic Onyx. I have never heard of that. I thought I knew every chicken breed, but I didn't. It kind of reminds me of a Sumatra because it is solid black and then with a black comb and black legs. So we only got that because it was cool. And then the two younger ones are the golden lace, how do you pronounce it? Widenet, Windanet, something like that. I know I butchered the pronunciation. There's one of them right there at the water thing. They're a checkered black and white, really, really pretty bird. And those two my daughter bought just because they're pretty.
You are a good boy. Look at that face.
And here's our goats waiting for their breakfast. Nolan's bringing their grub. Look how big Hagrid is getting. He is just a huge... You've been rolling in the mud too, haven't you? He is such a good dog. So good with the goats. And so fluffy and soft. Aren't you a good boy? Yes, you are. Oh, goodness. I don't know if I've ever done a video to tell you who everybody is. That is Delilah. She's too young to breed. We're going to put her with the billy goat this fall. This is her mama, Franny. Now, I'm hoping that she is pregnant. I don't know for sure, but she hasn't come in heat in months, so I think she's pregnant. But it's hard to tell because that's her mama, and so she still had a little bit of a milk bag. And so that's usually the first indication that they are bred. You'll start to see them get milk. So because she already had a slight milk bag left over from Delilah, I don't know 100% sure. Her first daughter here is Jolene. So Franny's the oldest. That's her daughter, but she is now 4 or 5. Can't remember. I know that she's pregnant, and this is her first because she's already starting to bag up. And they do that typically about 4 weeks before they have their babies. And this is Cookie. She's had a baby, but right before we bought her, right after she had her first baby, the lady said that she did great. It was a one little boy, and we're hoping she'll have twins this time. She just started bagging up, so we're excited about that.
And now, he is a beautiful young man, aren't you? Are you going to be a daddy? Hey, Boots, are you going to be a daddy? You are.
Not that you really care, but... And our garlic is looking great. That's our hard neck variety and the red enchilium soft neck variety. They all look fabulous. I'm gonna take a peek at some of our spinach we've got under here.
Oh yeah. Here's some of my older plants. But let me see if I can lift this up. Got a whole bunch of little babies coming up. They always look like little rabbit ears to me when they're coming up out of the ground. But there's quite a few, and there's quite a few weeds also taking advantage of it. I gotta get in here and take care of those. So I did manage to get all of my berry bushes nice and pruned. I got fertilizer on them. Now I do buy a fertilizer. I don't just put compost on them. I do buy a fertilizer for berries. It's an organic fertilizer. I just want to make sure they get their proper nutrients that they really need. And so I just put that on there as well as some compost to make sure they get everything they need. Sam was moving the newer this is where we put all of our horse poop when we clean out the stalls. The newer stuff he put in a pile way over there, and Isaac's adding to it right now. The older stuff he's going to scoop up and put in wherever they're going to put their watermelon patch.
You don't want to put the new poop in that area. So this is the old composted poop. Of course, it does have some weeds on it. We'll have to scrape that off. But look how dark and rich this is. This is completely broke down. It smells great. There's no poop smell or anything like that. But I mean, you would never know that this used to be horse poop. It's just dirt. It just composts down greatly. And of course, this is the compost pile that the kids bring all the kitchen scraps to. It really needs to be turned. I think we're gonna move that, and we're gonna move it up here. I wanna build like a little, I don't know, maybe a boxed in area, but that has a wide gate on the end so you can back the wagon up to it and fill it up. I think it would be easier because it's a pain in the neck for the boys to constantly have to come in that gate, unlock the gate, have to close it back, come over here, dump it, when they could just walk down the driveway, lean over the fence, and dump it in a box over there. I'm trying to make it simpler so it's not such a hassle for them. Here's our orchard. We have a Granny Smith apple tree, a Golden Delicious, and Pink Lady, which is my favorite. Hopefully, they will produce their first fruit this year. So we're excited about that. They've already been fertilized. Everybody's been taken care of. They're ready to go. So you can see we started 50 tomato plants. We also have Ozark giant peppers, Charleston bell peppers, basil, and some Serrano Tambuquino peppers. So we just got back from Ace Hardware, and let me show you what I got. If I can get it out of the bag. More seeds. But I couldn't help it, y'all. They were 4 for $1. I mean, you know. But Eva's been wanting to grow snapdragons. And you cannot have enough marigolds because these are just fantastic to plant around your tomatoes and stuff like that. They're supposed to deter bugs. I guess they help. I mean, I still do get pests on my plants, but I don't know how bad it would be if they were not there. So I always do it because every gardening book I've ever read always talks about planting marigolds around your tomatoes and basil as well around your tomatoes. So I always do. But I feel like somebody before me knows better. So I do that. And 4 for $1, y'all. All these little packs. I mean, I don't have to save the seeds on those. When they're that cheap, just buy them. We also got all the old okra plants pulled up. It's better to wait till they're completely dead to do this because they are super hard to get out of the ground. And we finally got our greenhouse frame up and going. It had blown over in a storm and we got it nice and secured. Now we just have to have another day of work to get the framing done.
Are you a good boy? You are a good boy. I see that. You're waiting for Jolene's nails to get done. Looking good, Jolene. Looking good.
All right, you guys, that's just a few things that have been going on around the farm the last couple of weeks. We do have a ton more content to get out to you. A lot of projects coming up, and it's fixing to get really busy as it gets closer to May. All right, if you like what you're seeing and you want to see more, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and share if you'd like. Make sure you hit the bell. That will notify you when any new videos come out. Check us out on Facebook because we have a lot more content that comes out regularly on our Facebook page. All right, y'all have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you on the next video.